Hello everyone, welcome back to another Netbeans tutorial. And I haven't done one of these in a long time because I've actually forgotten to show you guys FileChoosers. This is what it looks like. You can see you can plot it down onto your GUI, and it takes up way too much space, and also there's this big gap in between the different places of the FileChooser. So ideally you want to be able to open it by clicking a button. So I've created a button here. There's no code in there yet. However, I have created a basic piece of code to read a text file. Created a class. If you don't know how to read a text file, this is basically the code right here. I'm not going to explain it, but basically the key part is you select your file name, and the file name is basically tutorial.txt right here. You have to obviously supply the extension, but our code doesn't actually need to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that because our code automatically knows what's what. So okay, here we go. And what you first want to do is you want to create a JFileChooser. So you're just going to say JFileChooser and then give it a name. Chooser equals new JFileChooser. Okay, now we want to say we want to actually open the thing and show it to the user. So we want to say int return value equals our JFileChooser variable name, which in this case is called chooser, dot show open dialog. And then in here we want to select, we want to type in null. And this is basically all we need to show a FileChooser, those two lines of code. If I click it, there you go. You can see it looks much better, and you can obviously select different things on the left. You can go anywhere in your computer, and yeah. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to be able to perform some sort of function as soon as we click the open button on the JFileChooser. So let's say we want to open up a text file, which in this case we do, and then obviously we're going to add code to read the text file and display it out to us. So we want to create an if statement. If return val equals JFileChooser dot approve option. There you go, that's all you need. And now what we want to do is we want to get our file name. So basically we want to get tutorial.txt. If I right click on this and go to properties, you can see it says text document. So in real life this file name will actually be tutorial.txt. However, when you're working with Java and reading text files, or anything for that matter, you usually always have to have your code in the same location as your file that you want to read or write or whatever. And in this case, obviously if you try to distribute your program, not everyone's going to say, okay, let me move this text file information to this direction on my computer, because not everyone understands computers in the same way as a programmer. So we want to basically be able to sort of import the text file, and the way we do that is we're going to get the exact directory of this file. So we're not just going to get tutorial.txt, we're going to get c/users John document desktop tutorial.txt. That's how the code is going to read it. And to do that, we're going to have to say file, and then just give this a file name, file my file, equals, and then your FileChoosers variable name, which in this case is called chooser, dot get selected file. And now that we've gotten the file name, we need to convert it to a string because my code needs a string. So I'm going to say string text equals my file plus, there we go. Now that's all you need to get your FileChooser up and running 100%. Obviously you can make a few enhancements, which I'll show you near the end of the video, and basically from this 5 lines of code is compulsory. The rest, you can do whatever you want with it. So in this case, I'm going to say read text file, rtf equals new read text file. Basically create an instance of the class rtf dot read file text. You guys don't have to worry too much about that. That's basically reading the text file. So I want to read the text file on my desktop. So go to desktop, look for tutorial.txt right there, click on open, and there you go. You can see I was able to output the text that was in the text file. Really basic, and obviously you can put this into a GUI, but it's just much simpler to put in this output window. And now that we've got that up and running, we're going to make the few enhancements. Now basically, as you can see here, the files of type is always set to all files, and also the default directory is the My Documents. However, what happens if you want to make it into your D drive, your codes, and you wanted to open this as your default? Well, you can actually do that. That's really simple. All you have to do is go to the line of code where we chose our where we created our JFileChooser, and then in the brackets put a string, and then you can type in whatever you want in here. So d:/music, and this should open in my music folder if I type that correctly. And there you go. You can see it's opened in my D drive in the music folder, and I can access all my songs in here. Obviously this is not a music chooser, but I did actually make one in Project Java's Mini. I'll show you guys that right at the end of the video. But okay, so once we've done that, we need to create a filter. So what we're going to say is we're going to say file filter, give it a name, filter equals new file name extension filter, file name extension filter, and the parameters for this is that you need to have two strings. The first string is basically a label for what you want to approve. So I only want to be able to make the user choose text files. So I'm going to name this text files, and I'm going to put a space and an underscore to show you guys where it shows up. And then the second one is important. This has to be txt, and you can have more of these. So let's say you want to accept txt and inf files as well as cfg. Those are all the files that you can accept, and the first one doesn't really matter. This one, and this one does. So the extension names obviously has to be correct. And now that we've got our filter, after we've this line of code where we've created our chooser, we're going to have one that says chooser.add choosable file filter, and in brackets we're going to type in filter, and there we go. Basically this filter and file filter is the same. So this line of code here basically adds our filter to the JFileChooser. So now if you run it, choose file, here you go. You can see our text files space underscore shows up. This is basically, like I said, the label. And I had two songs here. You can see it no longer shows up. And in our music folder, there's no songs because it's only accepting text files. If I choose all files, there we go. And you can see it does execute. Hopefully this won't take too long. But yeah, so I think it's done. Maybe, no, I've crashed my computer. Probably. But yeah, so that is a bit of a problem. Okay, so it's finally stopped. Go to my desktop tutorial, there we go. See, everything works fine. Now I'll show you guys my program. This is what it looks like. It's a home automation program. You can see I have the lights. You can control your home lights with that, home layout, pictures, videos, music, and click on that, and you can see it opens up in my D drive music folder, and I can play some Eminem. Let's go for Drop the World. And there you go, you can hear the song playing. Hopefully it's not too loud.
I got ice in my...
So yeah, that's how you could use a JFileChooser. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. And if you did, please don't forget to leave us a comment, like the video if you do like it. If you don't like it, just click like anyways. And please subscribe if you haven't already. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.